Welcome to another ESG football update video. This video is mostly catered to brand new players that's going to be in the upcoming beta playtest session for PlayStation 5 that's going down on April 5th and April 6th, but this also can cater to future beta playtester participants. If you're not selected for this upcoming beta playtest session, don't worry, there's plenty more sessions to come, so you guys will still have an opportunity to join in the future playtest sessions as well. There will be continued sign up applicants that is being available for those that are brand new and wanting to get in. All you got to do is check out the links down below in the description, join the Discord ESG PS5 closed beta room, which you guys see on your screen, which we currently have 1,700 members since this video's release. Once you guys join in, follow the steps, go through the application signups, and just follow the information and make sure you read everything because you will be having a questionnaire to take, which you will have to pass in order to be selected for the next upcoming playtest sessions. Now, with all that being said, today's video is catering to brand new players that are joining in. This is kind of a tutorial and tip and get you guys pretty much prepared before playing your matches in ESG football beta playtest sessions. So let's go ahead and break it down. So of course, once you guys get the code, download the game on PlayStation 5, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and create your player. Now, what you're seeing on your screen is the information that you had to read through, which was sent out to you guys during the application signups. You want to have a player created at each overall that is recommended by what the dev said, and as well what you guys see here, for example. So if you're going to have a 60 overall build, the max that you want to have that is at least a 69. You don't have to, but that's recommended. You want to have a 69 overall quarterback and non-quarterback. So depending on what position you want to have, you can make your main position like a quarterback slash DB build, but you want to make sure you have that particular build built at every single overall. So of course you want to have a 79 quarterback, 79 non, etc., what you guys see here. So like I said, you can have a main go-to build for every single overall, and you can also have other positions already made, but you want to make sure you have those other positions as well, just like your main build at every single overall. That way there is no waiting for, players to get into a match. So instead of making other teams wait so you can make a particular build that they need, there's no need for that. You already have a build position that is needed for that certain overall matchmaking to get into a match. So we're trying to limit people from making others wait to get a full team match or so to get started. So for example, if I'm in a 80 overall lobby and my team needs a certain specific position to fill in or just an extra player, we can ask anybody that's looking for a match if they do have this particular build for this particular position that we need. And if you guys already have that build, it'd be great. We can just get you right into the game quickly instead of waiting for you to create a player. So that's a perfect example of what you guys need to prepare yourself to make sure that you have a build for every overall and at multiple positions. So I'm going to showcase the next steps when actually creating your player. So when you make your build, there's no build regardless of the build's overall can have more than 2 of the same skill sets. This means that you cannot have 3 speedsters or 3 gunslingers or jackrabbits or 3 breakers and etc. So I'm going to showcase that later on. The most that you can apply to your character is 2 of the same skill sets. Currently, the game allows you to apply 3 of the same skill sets prior to reaching 97 overall. This is for ESG developers to test. The third skill set should not be used by the beta testers in spirit of fair competition. Note that for each new playtest is conducted, you must delete all your previous builds from the previous playtest. So guys, after this playtest session and you're waiting for the next one, every time there's a new playtest session, you have to delete the previous build from the previous session. So the new session, you're going to have completely new builds. The reason for this is because the builder is constantly being updated as we go from playtest to playtest. Now, to improve a character's stats, you need SP. To obtain SP, you must either grind matches to earn it or purchase VP. The purpose of VP is to buy skins, emotes, or to convert SP. To obtain VP, you would need to go to the store from the main menu, scroll down to the VP store where you can purchase VP. Any transaction that you make will not charge you money in real life, so feel free to get as much VP as you want. So because it's the beta playtest, no money is needed to get any of the points so you can boost up your attributes. Everything is free because this is a beta playtest session. Now you have two ways of increasing your attributes. You can do the individual designated category. So if you're just boosting up speed, all you gotta do is hold the L2 button and push the right stick to increase or decrease. But if you want everything sped up and you want to have everything in that category increase or decrease, all you gotta do is hold L2 plus R2 and then use the right stick at the same time, which of course that's the quickest way to boost everything or decrease everything. So this is basically what you guys are going to see during the player creator. You're going to have the attributes color categorized by each section, separating everything based off, if you're passing, it's going to be color coded in red, coverage color coded in brown, etc. You're going to have the info to have your name, placement, and number to choose from. You're going to have the skill sets, which is once again representing all these color coding, which is going to separate the ratings of what you want cater to your player. So if you want passing and receiving, you guys are able to use those skill sets, which I'm about to showcase. Then you have the badges, which we're unable to use at the moment and test out, but in future reference, there's going to be badges that's going to be available, of course, when the game's released. But right now, we're unable to test the badges. And then you have a summary, which is going to showcase basically what starting position and roles that your player is capable of. So of course, this is what the skill sets look like. Once again, it's color coded. It's going to cater to every category based off what you're trying to make. So for instance, this is what you do not want to do with all what you guys see right here, blue. You're going to have like a bunch of bulldozer and guardian. Do not do this. Now, of course, you can do this when the game actually releases and you're free to do everything, but for the beta playtest session, do not do this. Also, you have to stay within the rules. Like, for example, the 60s, 70s, 80s, you want to have only 4 skill sets, which, of course, 2 of it can be the same, but you can never have 3 of the same skill set. And I'll get more into that showcasing later, but this is a representation of what the skill sets represent for each color category. Once you put the skill set on, you see the increase in certain categories for the rating boost. So for the most part, you see Bulldozer and Guardian, the skill set. This is catered to a lineman build. So here's a better look at the valuable skill sets per category. So for instance, if you want to have a double bruiser, you can simply do that, but you cannot have 3 bruisers, which is catered to running back builds. Also, Jackrabbit is catered to running back. So each skill set is color categorized, separated by each individual category for the ratings. So by applying each skill set, it's gonna maximize your attributes and showcase what the max rating you can possibly get. So for instance, if you just want to make a pure DB, all you gotta do is look at the brown color section, which is coverage. You want to put controller and smotherer on, and then if you want a little bit speed, you can put speedster, which is the pink color category, and so forth. Now, of course, you can make numerous builds. You can make an offensive and defensive player, keeping the balance. You can make, possible, quarterback, receiver, and probably linebacker build. The creation is yours to make. You can make any type of builds that you want. Now, with that being said, with the skill sets being added that you choose, there's another factor that's going to dictate your ratings, and it's going to be the height and weight difference, which also doesn't physically show in the game because everybody's the same height, but it does have a factor with how your ratings is going to be increased or decreased. So right here you guys see a 6'2", 200 build. I'm going to showcase what it looks like when I add the height increase to 7-foot build. So of course, when you take a look at it, 7-foot build kind of decreased a little bit in certain areas, especially on the speed. So this is going to be where you guys are going to take a lot of time, is just trying to make the perfect build. I mean, there's no perfect build, but when it comes to creating your player and looking at certain attributes, of course, all this is going to have a factor. And this is why I say that you guys are going to take a very long time trying to figure out a good build that fits your needs. Now, once again, this is a non-factor of us being able to test right now. Future play tests, we're going to be able to, but you guys take a look at the category numbers, which you guys see, for example, by physical, you see 30 as the number that's going to represent the amount of badges that you can get for that attribute category. So when we take a look at the physical badges, this is all the badges that's concurrent right now since the playtest. More may be added or so, but each category you're going to have different type of tiers, which ranges from bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, legend, and gold. So each time you increase to a certain tier, it's going to use the potential upgrade points. So of course, if you want a energized GOAT tier, it's going to take 6 total points to do so. But don't worry about the badges as of right now. It's a non-factor in the game. The main focus is making your player based off the ratings and skill sets that's being available for us during the player creator. Now, of course, when you're making your build, take a look in the top right corner. It's going to showcase the positions that your guy is going to be catered to. So in this case, this is Trent Williams, a lineman build, but also depending on what you mess around with, you can make like a lineman slash DB build. But he may not be the fastest, as you guys see right here. He's going to have a 47 speed, but because your height and weight is going to showcase that he can play DB as well. But if you get put in that position, the way has a great free safety build, then you're going to have a very slow free safety build. So this is where you guys have to make sure that you're looking at every single thing. And then, of course, once you're satisfied with your build, it's going to showcase the summary. So, for instance, this build, you're going to have a build catered around a pure speedster, pure skyscraper, pure patroller, proficient glue hands, and then it's going to tell you what the suggested positions that you may end up being put at, which is a slot receiver slash cornerback. And then your offensive assignment, defensive assignment, is going to tell you if you're a bench, starter, whatever the case may be. So of course, it's going to tell you a starter at those positions, but also you have to take into consideration if somebody else has a better build than you, they may get placed there first, or you may be placed at the other side. Whatever the case may be, the game's going to fit you best where possibly you're able to, and then depending on other people's builds, is going to suggest who may be a better option to play at that specific position. But this is another way to define what your overall build is going to end up being and where he's going to play at. So guys, that's about it for the player preparation for the new players. Once you guys join in and get prepared to making your player, if you guys got any questions, please feel free to hit me up in the comment sections, or as well join my community Discord, where you guys will have faster and quicker results. All the links for any information that is needed would be down below in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.